you can see, I shortened down my music like you asked me to. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're muted.
There we go. Yeah, I see what you got going on there.
Yes, it has. It was once a minute and 50 some seconds, and now it's 45 seconds. I took your advice.
All right. All right.
But what is going on, everybody? This is Scotty by Nature TV, and I have my first special guest of One on One. This is the second half of One on One, and it is Storm Monroe.
What's up, Scotty?
So before we get this thing started, I just want to let you know what the whole purpose of One on One is. It's people that I deem as like people that are in the big leagues, people that I'm inspired by, people that I like genuinely, all of those things. And to be honest, I think I told you this before, that you have always been nice to me. You have always been supportive, especially in the background, because everybody don't have to do anything like for the public to see. Like, you have been very supportive in the background. And you are one of the ones that I do look up to, in a sense, as far as me, growing my channel and doing things that I need to do. You are one of the ones I look to.
I appreciate that. That's very nice. I appreciate that.
Okay, so we're gonna start this thing off with we want to start it off with your beginning. So for those that may not know, where are you from and what was your childhood like in those days?
Not in those days. Oh, you really get into it. Well, okay. I'm gonna just get into it. So I'm from Illinois, and my childhood was, it was late 90s, early 2000s. So
just like me.
Yeah, so I feel like we was like the last people to like be playing outside. Definitely that. I spent a lot of time like with grandmama, so grandmama's baby, in the projects and shit. Even though they don't believe I've ever been to the projects. Oh my God. But definitely, definitely, I say a typical Midwestern upbringing. Yeah.
So is the Midwestern upbringing anything similar to the South? I know you did. I know when you interviewed me that time, I think you asked me about a Mississippi town. Did I ever hear about some Mississippi town I think your family was from or something like that? And I said I had never heard of it before. But was it any different than Southern living, or is it this?
Midwest is like, it's industrial.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, that's where like the plants was and all that. So, back in like, I guess you say the 30s, 40s, a lot of Black people from the South moved to like Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, all of those like Midwestern cities. So it's similar to the South for sure, because we was raised by a lot of people straight from Mississippi. So I say country as hell, like just a mix of ghetto and country is the best way I could put it.
That's very true, because if you really think about it, like if you find people that's from Chicago or Detroit, they always say that they got family members from Mississippi. That's all the time, because even I got family members that's in Chicago that's from Mississippi. So it's pretty much not a big difference. So growing up, what was it that you wanted to be? Because we know you're a content creator and stuff like that, media personality. But growing up, is there something that you actually wanted to be?
Man, it would change so much. First off, I never obviously thought I would be doing something like this, because we didn't even have YouTube. We didn't. Anybody that wanted to do this had to like be on TV or the news or the radio. Let me see. What did I want to be? Oh, I wanted to be an astronaut, like any other kid that loves science. Then I wanted to be a veterinarian. I was on that one for a while. But then I don't like rodents, and I was like, I'm gonna have to like deal with gerbils and rats. I'm not gonna do that. So, then I wanted to be like a sports physical therapist. and work with like a sports team. So it changed so much.
You sound like me because I remember when I was growing up, I wanted to be a meteorologist. I was so obsessed with the weather. And then when I got to middle school, I wanted to be an English teacher because I love to write. But then I realized I don't like kids like that. And then as I got to like later on down the line, I majored in broadcast journalism, although my ass could not stay in school worth a damn. So I just feel like this was something that I was supposed to be doing, you know. So,
You know what's crazy about that? When I got to college, I think I seriously thought about doing broadcast journalism.
Mhm.
But then the news stations in town, it was a real small town, but the news stations in town were like, oh, well, you know, to be in this field, you're going to start off minimum wage. And I was like, ooh. And then they was like, oh, yeah, and you can't have no facial hair. And I was like, I'm going to have to find something else. That ain't going to work. And then now I look on the news and these niggas got facial hair. So, but it was just, things
Yeah,
changed.
real,
But
yeah, it's real different now. Like I think some people on the news got dreads now.
I've
You could,
seen that, braids, all that.
yeah, you could never do that. When we were growing up, that would never been allowed at all while we were growing up in the least.
Not one bit.
So, so you did. So you went to college. Did you finish? I just have to ask.
Yes, I did.
What
Yes,
you
I did.
majored in?
Dude, I majored in um, criminal justice
Oh,
because I was going to, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just get a federal job. I'm gonna go work for like the FBI or something, or I'm gonna go be like a male investigator. I was just gonna say F and just live a regular life. And
mhm.
as you see, I'm not working for the government, so
It's a no.
that's a no.
Okay.
But to
So
mind you, now in college, I changed my major about 10 times.
okay.
So
So what else did you major in?
okay, so I was a theater major at one point. I ended up being a theater minor, but I was a theater major. I
Okay.
think I was an art major at one point. I think I did biology, um, some kind of philosophy. I mean, I changed it so much. I think my senior year, I had to take a lot of classes to make sure I still graduated on time.
Oh damn.
Yeah, because I had changed it that many times. And I had took a semester off too. So that last year, I don't know how I pulled that off, but I pulled it off. But man, but yeah, because just nothing felt right. And then I remember I worked at the radio station in school.
Hmm.
And I eventually worked at the radio station in the little town too. But I left work one day and I was like, why can't I just do this? I've been on the radio talking shit. Like, I love this, you know? And I was like, damn, kind of
Yeah, I
wasting
wanted
my
to
time
be.
at school.
Yeah, I wanted to be on the radio too because I love music and I love to get my opinion on stuff all the time. So I felt like that was a two for one. But the problem is I didn't want to do the work to get there because I didn't want to go to school. And I
God.
was only in school because I felt like that's something my mother wanted because when she got pregnant with me, you know, she dropped out of college and then she went back when I graduated high school. So we were both in college at the same time. But my ass really wasn't going to class like that by the time I I was like, fuck it, and flunked out, and I never went back.
But dude, look now. Nowadays, it's like your college degree don't even matter. You know,
That is
it
crazy.
don't matter. It
Yeah, that's
don't.
so crazy because when there was a time where I wanted to go back and try to like finish it off because I didn't have that long to finish it off. And I think that was like 6 years ago. My sister, who did graduate from college, she said, why would you go back and the stuff you went to school for, you're already doing it on YouTube? Why go back and put yourself in debt? You done paid all your student loans off. Why go back? And I'm like, well, you got a point.
You got a point. Yeah, it ain't even. Man, don't you remember? Like we was coming up, and it was like, if you didn't finish college, you're a failure, and oh my god, you're
Mhm.
not going to be anything. And
And then
now
it
it's
turned out to
like,
be different.
what's the job? Because it really ain't no jobs like that no more. So
I mean, when you really think about it, it's like, what do we have to do for work? Call center jobs,
right.
manufacturing jobs. um warehouse jobs, and I don't
That's
want to
it.
do no warehouse job. This I'm not. That's never
I,
done.
I've done it. It's not fun.
It's an Amazon right down the street from me, and one could say, "Oh, Scotty, you can go down there to the Amazon, and you can."
Cause
No,
you in Atlanta, ain't you? You in
yeah, I'm
Atlanta?
in Atlanta now.
I
Yeah.
used to work at Amazon too when I first got to Atlanta.
Oh, which one?
It was the facility was out in Lawrenceville.
Oh, that's far from where I'm at.
Yeah. Facility was out, yeah, and we worked with a lot of like third party people. Um, but yeah, I remember working for Amazon and damn near flipping over that truck.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do no Amazon. And then they had just got an Amazon plant back home. And then when I got here, I'm like, it's literally Amazon right down the street from me. I can literally walk there if I wanted to. But I'm like, I don't want to work there. I'm like, no.
Mm.
Like, no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, like the more that since you said that, it is crazy because it is like, what can we really do for work? And then there's
People
a
gonna
lot
be
of
some people selling coochie. That's what they're doing. I'm convinced that they are selling. There is no. What else are they doing? Especially in Atlanta, rent is $2,000 in Atlanta. These people is selling coochie. I don't care what they. I said it when I lived there. I stand by that now. They selling coochie.
I mean, I stay on the south side, so it's a little not that expensive.
Okay. I think they still selling coochie over there too.
Well, clearly, but
You know
clearly.
what? I will say this because I lived all over Atlanta
Hmm.
when I was there. The one place I wish I would have gave a try is an area called Grant Park.
I heard of that place.
And I think I don't know if that's southwest or southeast Atlanta.
I want to say it's. I want to. Is it southwest?
I feel like it's southwest. I just knew if I ever moved back, I would give that area a try. I don't think I would go back to like Lawrenceville or Duluth. I don't think I would ever do that again. Not doing Buckhead again ever.
Okay, so I know this is not even what we're supposed to be talking about, but what is? I thought Buckhead was where like the prissy people live. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what Buckhead is. Buckhead is you, and you gonna get there. You gonna start making that money, and you'll be like, you know what? I'm done with the hood. I want to go live in Buckhead. No, seriously. And the apartment's gonna look so nice and so prestige. And they going like 3,500 a month or 4,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna be feeling yourself, so you're gonna say, fuck it, I'm coming up in the world, right?
Right.
And then your car gonna get stolen. There's gonna be 6 murders in your building in 1 year. We had 6 in 1 year. They stole my car on Martin Luther King Day. So, dude, I'm just saying, like, you think it's for like, don't get me wrong, some of the apartments and some of the homes are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the crime is crazy. But you know what's a little hidden gem if you want to go out that way?
Mm-hmm.
Dunwoody.
My friends, my 2 friends live in Dunwoody. Yeah, it's like right along like Dunwoody, Sandy Springs. They live out that way.
That's and Sandy Springs too. Yeah, I think that's where Jennifer Williams stay. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
not to put our business out there, but
Yeah.
that's a little hidden gem if you want to kind of go up that way, but not deal with Buckhead. But dude, when I tell you, like, I would go in my garage and nice cars like Lambos, Rolls Royces, like nice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're selling coochie and they're selling drugs. They filming OnlyFans. They doing all kinds of stuff. Because I'm like, y'all don't leave the house like that. And
Oh my
what? How are you paying this rent?
I might just stay on the south side.
Yeah.
But I've been saying, but you know what? I've been saying this since I've been here though, because like I be looking at prices elsewhere and I'll be like, God damn.
Mhm.
I might have to stay back here. like stay back here. But anyways, now that we talked about your childhood, we talked about you in high school, we talked about you in college. So now we're getting into YouTube,
Oh yes,
the heaven and the hell. It's heaven when you making your money and you getting, the recognition and all that other stuff, but it's hell when the drama comes along with it.
absolutely.
So, how did you get into YouTube?
How did I start doing YouTube? I'm trying to think. I had to go back to like the end of 2018. First off, I was always watching people on YouTube. Let me stop the cap. I was always watching people on YouTube, first off.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would literally like be at my job listening to the T. That was back when T.S. Madison and Kaya was doing their thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I forgot if it was like every Monday or every Wednesday they used to come on, but nobody else would go live when it was the Queen's Court, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I watched a whole bunch of people, man, and I was like, I think I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was watching one YouTuber and I saw how he was living, and I said, wait a fucking minute. I seen this house. I said, hold up.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. I know you fucking lying. And yeah, I just started uploading after that, and I ran with it, dude. I ain't gonna hold you.
I think the first time I ran across your videos, you had on like the doctor's suit. I think
Yeah.
that was like 2019 when I first saw you. And I'm like, who the hell is this? Because I thought you was a real doctor at first.
No, listen, the crazy thing is, dude, if I was to go back through those videos, I can't even watch those videos now. Like,
You sound like me. Oh my
I
God.
I can't do it. I remember this was probably more early 2020
Mm-hmm.
or maybe 2019, maybe 2019. I used to stream live from the bathtub. So like I would be drinking wine in the bathtub, giving it to like, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. Like I can't.
I mean, it can't be no worse than me. I used to do videos just in the bathroom, and then them ugly ass bathroom curtains that we had, like it was terrible. So I used to do videos in there, and I hate watching those videos back. Like sometimes I see them pop up on my homepage, and I'm like, why are they popping up? Like I want to go in private all them damn videos. I hate to see them. I hate to see them.
I'm gonna try to leave mine up because you know it shows the growth, but
Yeah, now that yeah, because it's like I go back and I be like, damn, oh, I was so raw back then. I just said anything back
I
then.
was too. Listen, when you're trying to make it out the trenches, you don't give a damn. Like
Yeah, listen, okay. I was like, I would have been canceled if I said half the shit I said back then. Now I would have
same,
been canceled,
same.
unsubscribed from all that.
I just
Mm-mm.
can't like it, man. I used anyway. It was a mess. It was. That's all I can say. Like, and I'm like, people watch this shit, but they did it, and they got me here today. But
Okay, so Storm said that I could ask him anything. He said
yeah,
I can. So I'm gonna preface that before I get into this next question. So you started on YouTube around 2018, 2019.
right.
How did you get how did you catch the eye of Tasha K?
Oh, I actually okay. We got to go back. I first started messaging her. Okay, so this now if we go back now, back when she was really into it with like Cardi,
Mm-hmm.
she used to be into it with this lady, Sweet Ma, and
Yeah.
it was a few other people. So she would hold these contests with the audience, where like you do some funny video, and she would either share your video or pay you. It was something like that, but I think I actually caught her eye that way. And
Mm-hmm.
then I remember I read Deb Antony about Waka Flocka, and Tasha K shared the shit. She thought that shit was hilarious. Um, and then December of 2018, November, December. November or December of 2018, I took like her YouTube consultation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I did that. I remember it was like $200. And then that. Yeah, then 2018 to going into 2019. Then I think in March or April, I read Khloe Kardashian for
Yeah,
filth.
you're reading everybody, ain't it?
It was a mess.
Not you reading the people.
But that was what was said. But it was the best though. It was funny as fuck though. But I sent it to her. I was like, "Oh, okay. What you think about this?" And I think she was in Paris at the time. Then when she got back, she said, "Hell yeah, nigga, this funny as fuck. Like this the funniest roast ever. Like you better post this shit." And then it was just up from there.
So when you started working with her, you pretty much was learning the ropes. You kind of got a little bit more visible in a sense, right?
Like pushed out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so I took her YouTube consult in December 2018. And then at the time I had like 436 subs, something like that. Then by March of 2019, I had 3,000 or 4,000 subs. And then it got to like June and I had about 7,000 subs.
Mm.
And then that's when she messaged me and was like, "Oh, I would love to work with you. I'm doing this podcast called the Wino Gang Podcast."
Yeah.
Or it might have been called something else back then, but I think Wino Gang. And yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I would love for you to come down here and I'll show you the ropes, whatever." Now I was supposed to be moving to California at the time. I was
Yeah.
supposed to be going out there, but that didn't work out. And this is how you know God is real, right? So I was supposed to be moving out to California. I was supposed to be actually working for Geico.
Not Geico.
Seriously, in a management position, it was gonna be paying like I think 87 or 88.
Which is not bad.
Especially back in 2019.
Right.
And I made it all the way through the interviews. It was like 4 interviews. And then at the last minute, they was like, "Oh, we're not gonna hire you." Then Tasha hit me up the next day and was like, "Hey, I would love for you to come to Atlanta." So I went to Atlanta with like $600 in my pocket.
You know, I hear stories like that all the time, and I'd be like, how the fuck they do that? Like, how y'all do that?
Prayer.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Nothing but a prayer. Nothing but a prayer. And actually, I didn't even have $600. I think I had $600 on the credit card, actually. No, I had 600 on the credit card, and then I had 600 in cash. There we go.
Yep. Either way, I would have been scared as hell.
Listen, I done that a couple times. At this point, I'm not doing that no more. I done got old now. I can't stay at the Motel 6s no more.
Oh,
yeah, I did that when I first went to Arizona. I went to Arizona with no money, and I stayed in Studio 6.
we
And
used to have so many parties there.
listen, I can't hate on it though because it gave me a place to stay.
Right.
But I remember like now we talking. When did I go to Arizona? That would have been 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2015. And I remember went out there. I had just enough to pay for the hotel for like 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and then found the place in like 7 days. So I mean, it's like when you really push yourself, you figure it out when you don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when I got to Atlanta, yeah, I ain't had no money. And I was determined to not go stay with her. I was not finna go do that.
Yeah. Well, you
Mm-mm.
know, I mean, I think well, it just goes to show you that things work the way they're supposed to work. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like that's just what it is. So, and this is despite the place that y'all are in right now. Would you
Right.
say that you working with her taught you a lot of stuff that you know now, and you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Even though I will say this, just to clarify, like while I was in Atlanta, we didn't have a lot of one-on-one contact.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I moved to Atlanta, Then she had the baby a couple
Mm-hmm.
months after that, about a month after that. And then a few months later, the pandemic hit. So
Mm.
everybody was scared to hit their house, leave their house. So I think a lot of people forget we really couldn't do a whole lot because of the pandemic.
Right.
I don't know how it was in Mississippi, but in Georgia, a lot of stuff was shut down for a while.
Oh, it was a lot of stuff shut down here.
Okay.
Barbershops,
Yeah.
clubs, restaurants. You could the restaurant okay, the restaurants would be open, but the dining rooms wouldn't be. So you would have to like get stuff through the drive-through, or you would have to DoorDash it. Like it was a mess.
It was weird. It was a weird time.
It was. But what
But
I
yeah,
will say is that it hit, because of that, my channel blew up. That's
same here. Same here. I be sitting back in this mug sometimes like, damn, I need one more pandemic. Just one more. And people hate me when I say that because it's so selfish. Because I'm like, yeah, I know people died, and like, I'm sorry, but like,
I'm telling you.
but the money though, dude.
Yes.
When I say I lived off that money for like 2-3 years, it was crazy. Um, but
Oh.
uh, but yeah, she taught me a lot. Let me tell you something. Really, what I learned from Tasha K was just entrepreneurship more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't grow up around entrepreneurs. Everybody I knew had a job or they went to the military. That was it.
And yeah, and then that's another and then you have a point there because like I hate saying regular life, but you know, when you grow up, that's all you really see people do is go to the military and do
Yeah.
stuff like that for, more money, more opportunity when you do that. But,
Yep.
regardless of what people may think of her and what she does, she does set like this blueprint of entrepreneurship for people like us that's on YouTube, because I do admire the way that she has done what she has done. I
I mean,
can't.
carved out a lane for herself. Absolutely.
Yes, I can see
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Listen, it's no shade. No shade.
yeah, absolutely. See there, I told you I could ask him anything. So the Jaguar right stuff. Now, how did that come about?
Oh my God. So this was 2020. I want to say August of 2020. So she was going viral. She was over there on a blue couch because she
Mhm.
started over there.
Yeah.
She didn't start with me. She started over there. And she was going viral. She was going in on, I think, Jill Scott, Erica Badu. I mean, everybody. It was crazy. And I reached out for an interview. And I remember she hit me back and she was like, I love to do it, but I'm going to Miami. I'm going to see Gloria Estefan.
Oh my God, you sound just like that lady.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, look, no rush. Just we'll do the interview when you get back. And it
Hmm.
was about 7, 8 days later, we did the interview and it took off. I
It
wasn't
definitely.
expecting it. I wasn't trying. It was nothing special. It
Oh,
just
it definitely took off because it took a life of its own. Like you had millions of people watching that stuff. I was just like, what the hell? But I mean, that was good for you because she was going viral, she was trending, she was saying a lot of stuff, and people were buying into a lot of the things that she was saying. Whether or
exactly.
not some of us believed it or not, but we all were, listening to what she had to say. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
She
And
she had she literally had, when I say the internet by its balls, she had the internet by its balls. Like
and that was
it,
deep into the pandemic too.
yes, it was. And one thing about it, these black women, they didn't play about Jaguar. They
Oh no,
didn't. They didn't.
they
They
did.
didn't play about Jag, not at all. And yeah, so we did the first interview, then boom, we came back and did the second one, and then we did a third one. And it just, when I tell you I stayed up all night chopping up them videos. So I took each individual interview and then I chopped it up into at least between 10 to 14 individual videos.
Hmm.
And I want to say in 45 to 60 days, I want to say in 45 days, we did between 6 and 9 million views.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah. And I grew 80,000 subs in 30 days.
Oh my.
Yeah. That it's a good and bad thing to that though. It's the good and bad.
Tell us the good and the bad. Tell us.
The good is the money. The good is when you see
Absolutely.
them subscribers count. The good is when you go on YouTube and everybody talking about your stuff, or they talking
Right.
about it on the radio. And it, I remember I went to Walgreens. I went to Walgreens to get some stuff. I was in St. Louis,
Mm-hmm.
and dude was like, "I know you from YouTube," and like I started getting recognized. Like it was wild. The bad thing is when they come down.
Right.
And you mean like, oh Lord, you mean to tell me I ain't gonna make that kind of money every month? Oh Lord, you got to keep it up though. That's the thing. So, but you can't really recreate that kind of magic. And so,
Mm-hmm.
I can even tell you, I went wrong trying to recreate that kind of magic with different interviews and just really, really a lot of that other stuff was a waste of time.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you get something like that and it's that huge and you want to try to redo it or try to do something along the same magnitude as that, and you realize that that was a special thing.
Yep.
I slick feel that way about my Miss Wanda interview because that was like the highest rated interview that I did. Although the biggest interview I did was the Candy one, but the Miss Wanda interview was in the world of its own.
That's because Miss
So
Wanda is just
she says anything.
anything. Yeah.
So it was just like I'm like, I ain't gonna never top that one. Like, I ain't gonna top it. No matter who I put on here, I'm never gonna top it. Speaking of, what besides Jaguar, are there any other, like, have you done any other interviews besides her that you
Um,
like? Has there been any interviews that you liked or interviews that you didn't like that you ever did?
I would say that I would say R. Kelly.
Okay.
I would say R. Kelly was because it's fucking R. Kelly.
Oh,
So
right.
Roseanne was another big interview. Lunel was another big interview. Of course, Candy as well. Although
Mhm.
they was playing me, but it's cool. It's cool. I know I was one of the haters, so there was 20 minutes. You got 20 minutes with Candy. That's it. Like,
Oh, well, at least you had 20. I had 15.
yeah, if they gave everybody else about 45. But that's okay. That's okay. I think they was afraid of what was gonna come out of our mouths,
Oh,
probably.
well, you know.
But yeah, I've done a whole bunch. So a lot of it was during the pandemic though, so it's kind of like all big one blur.
Okay, so
Oh, and Judge Joe Brown, that was my favorite. Judge Joe Brown.
oh Lord, not just Joe Brown. Is there any interviews that you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Hell yeah,
Like who?
man, it's a few I want to do.
Give me two off the top of your head.
Uh Rihanna is one for
Oh,
sure.
that's a big one.
Rihanna is one. Either to interview her, I'll settle for a Savage Fenty contract. So Rihanna, anytime you want me to model your drawers,
Oh my God.
let me know. I might have to go get Love Jones because I see they did that with what's the black couple from that dating show?
What dating
Something.
show?
It was one of the, not F Boy Island because that's a different show, but one of them dating shows. It was a black couple and they look
Uh-huh.
good, but they took off and they got a Savage Fenty contract. I'm about to put Love Jones in some drawers. Like, take these pictures because you got money to make. So yeah, Rihanna and let me think. What's another one? Oh, Love Island. Thank you. I said F1 Island, Love Island. Rihanna and hold up. It's gonna come to me. Okay, Rihanna, and I actually want to interview Brian Pumper. And I know that's totally
Okay, now why you want to interview him?
because I need to know. It's so much stuff about the West Coast production days.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of questions about. Like, I need, like, that's just one of the things where it's like Brian Pumper, Wesley Pipes, like, that would be another fun interview too.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I would have to do like after dark, like put
Yes,
that,
you would.
put that on the website, on my website now that it's finished. So, but yeah.
Okay, so we really moving through this. Okay, so while you have a lot of good things going on, when you have a lot of good things going on, the drama do come along with the good things. Now, I'm
Yes,
not gonna I'm not gonna name people by name or anything like that. I'm just gonna ask. It's probably just gonna be like a loaded question, probably.
okay.
All the drama that you've been in, how were you in this drama storm? How do you get involved in all this drama? Why do people don't like you?
Um, listen, there's only one person that had a reason not to like me. And we've been made up. That's over and done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we good. That ain't no smoke there. Everybody else that got a problem with me is because they want to fuck, and I'm not interested. I'm not trying to have an Amber Rose moment on your show, but I just got to keep it real. The people that you see that just for no reason is just dragging me, stalk my friends. They would go on my friends' Instagram and say, "Oh, does your dead mother know that you're fucking Storm?" Like sending them my news. Like at one point, these people had my friends' parents' addresses and they
Oh
was trading the
wow.
address. Like it when I say crazy shit, like obsessed shit, all because they want to fuck.
Do they
And I'm
really
not
want?
interested.
Do they want to fuck Storm, or do you think they want to fuck?
I know they want to fuck. And I'm not interested. It's
Oh
never
my
it's
god.
never good. One of them literally said it on his show. He said, "Storm, I want to suck your dick."
Oh my god.
And I don't care who knows.
Oh my goodness. Now I don't know who said that now.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say his name. Yeah, well, we don't speak him up now. Now he gonna go live from his basement. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a mess. They just simply want to, and I'm not interested. I'm not. Another one time also. Oh, if I wanted him, I could have him. No, the fuck you couldn't. No, the fuck. Another time about. Oh, I know them hoes ain't eating their dick up right. What?
Somebody said that.
I'm not gonna name the names, but the shit is wild. And the rumors that they make up are even wilder. First, it was I was fucking pastors. Then I was fucking pastors in a garage. Then the new one was I was fucking pastors by the dumpster. I was riding dick by the dumpster. I said, well, damn, when was I doing that? That's a hell of a sex life. When was I doing all that? Let me know. I missed some shit.
Not the dumpster.
Not a dumpster. I mean, real Atlanta like. Real Atlanta like.
Is there a way that any of that could be squashed, or is
It can
just
all be squashed tomorrow if I just be their friend. If I just call them tomorrow and be like, look, let's let this shit go. This shit petty. Like, let's hang out. Let's kick it. If I sit on the phone with them, they just want access. They just want access to me. That's it. That's it. That's all. But I don't even want to be their friend. I don't want to follow them on Instagram. I'm not interested. I'm one of them. I'm real funny acting. Like I don't really like a lot of folks like that. So they just know that I got some pastor in the closet I'm over here fucking, and they want to know why they don't get the hit. No, the answer is no.
oh my god, I cannot with you. I can't. I can't. I was not supposed to be laughing.
It's true though.
I was not supposed to be laughing. That was a mouthful. Um, so well, okay. So you and Armand are cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you this. Well, I want to say this. I'm glad that y'all got to be cool because I like both of y'all. So it was really disheartening when I would see y'all not getting along. It was so crazy. I was just like, I wish they would get along. And then when y'all finally did, like, I think y'all did like a live or a video or something together. I'm like, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he a cool dude. We talk from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good to see.
Yeah.
That was really good to see. Um, so right now with your channel, you're doing consultations and you're helping, other YouTubers out. How do you feel about doing that? Like, what made you want to do that?
Um, for one, another source of income.
Mm-hmm.
But for two, I just feel like it's a lot of people that want to do what we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not quite sure like where to start.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually fun helping people. I think I know I'm gonna get to a point where like I can just be doing like YouTube master classes and I'm like, I'll go live when I feel like it. Or, or y'all go to stormyroadtv.com because it's up. I go to stormyroadtv.com and I'm over there. You know what I mean? Because YouTube it go up, it go down. Sometimes the algorithm will really push your videos, and sometimes it's like, damn, I can't break 10K. Like it's just
Uh, let's talk about the algorithm. Let's talk about that real
let's
quick.
talk
'Cause
about it.
like I said, we got an hour. Well, we got less than 20 minutes now, but let's talk about the algorithm. The algorithm is very, very, very frustrating to me. It's so frustrating, and you can it's either you out of the algorithm or you in the back, or your people are not receiving no notifications and stuff like that. Because I can tell, even with this live, I know a lot of them did not get their notification. I can tell you.
Right,
So
right.
it's just like, what is that about? Even they even unsubscribe you from other people. And
You
then
gotta watch that too, especially
yeah.
I've seen a lot of people in my chat like I didn't unsubscribe. Like, why am I like I had to go resubscribe? I don't know, man. Back around 21, YouTube started implementing AI. So the
Mhm.
problem is that the algorithm is always auditing itself and changing the way it does things, changing what it pushes to the people, changing what's suitable for advertisers versus what's not. It's all controlled by AI. It
Mhm.
says human review, it's not human. It's all AI.
Mhm.
So that's really what messes a lot of us up. You'd be like, even with me, I dealt with a lot of flagging like in 2024, and it's just like, why is this getting flagged? But it's AI. So
I'm starting to believe that the reason why I'm in the situation I'm in now is because I got a warning, and that's because of that DJ academic stuff that happened recently.
oh,
And I feel like that's a part of my problem right now. Cause like some people say, I don't see you on my homepage anymore. I don't see you in in the subscription feed anymore. I have to go to your page to find you to see if you posted anything. And I'm like,
yeah, that's YouTube doing that for sure.
yeah, I'm like, what the hell? So it's like, and people don't think that shadow banning is a thing, but
It is a
you know,
thing. It,
yeah, it
it is
is.
very much a thing. And then you'll have times where you break out from that and you was like, damn, oh, okay. Like it's a bunch of people in here in the chat. So
You can tell when it's fixed, and you can tell when it's like, okay, they're on the bullshit, because I'm like, I know I get X amount of people in here. Like if I don't get a notification from my own video to my phone, I know nobody else is.
oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Because when I went live with you just now, I did not get a notification. I did not get notified at all that I was going live.
Ah,
So that's how I know a lot of folks did not get it.
okay.
So it's, and then even like last month sometime, I think I had lost maybe about 30 subs at a time, and then got them right back. And then I had got like all these DMs like, I was unsubscribed from you. I don't know how that happened, blah blah blah. I'm just like, what the hell going on?
It's YouTube for you. It's always changing. So well, and that's why I try to tell people like this is literally like a job. Like
Hmm.
people don't think it is. They think we just get up here and we just talk, and it's like, no, it's a lot that goes into it.
It is, and it's a lot of stuff that you have to endure with it. It's shit that you don't understand. Like I've been on this shit for a long time, and I still don't be understanding. Sometimes I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" Like even with people that I watch, sometimes I don't get their notifications. I just so happen to be getting on my laptop, and I'm looking on YouTube, and I see them right in the homepage. I'm like, I didn't even know they were live.
I'm gonna tell you where YouTube messed up though. If you remember, before it changed, it used to be you went to a YouTube page
Mm-hmm.
and all the videos were just in a row. It didn't matter if it was a live video or a
Mm-hmm.
pre-recorded, or well, now we have YouTube Shorts, but it was just there. When they
Yeah.
separated the live column from the video column,
Yeah.
I feel like after that it got confusing for the viewer.
Right.
Because if they go to your page, they don't see nothing, but you uploaded a video.
Mm-hmm.
Or you did a premiere, but it's under video. It's not going to be under the live. But then they get confused because what's a premiere versus a live? It gets
Right.
confusing. So
Right.
to me, I think that's where YouTube messed up.
And that's why, and then people be on me about like posting a lot on my community wall, but that's why I post every video on my community wall so they can know that something is out because I keep hearing it and I get notified. So,
Exactly.
you know, it's it's
One
just
of them things I know.
so when in regards to your channel, like is there anything that you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Mm. I definitely want to make a documentary.
Okay.
Um, I would love to shoot like a short film,
Mm.
like to do a film and upload it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like really step my game up. Mind you, now this shit will probably be some Tubi shit that's like taped on an iPhone because the struggle is real. However, look at what they're doing over there on Tubi. The acting is terrible, graphics is terrible, but they getting views.
That's what I was just about to say that now because my mama love a Tubi movie. No matter how bad the acting is, she love a Tubi movie. Now. She gonna give you, she gonna watch a Tubi movie. Before I left and moved here, I walk in the living room. I be like, "Mama, what 50 Cent movie you watching now?" Because I know it's about 50, about a quarter. Like, what is you watching?
And she in there watching a Tubi movie, but we all got to start from somewhere. So I mean, I will say this though. I think it's cool that we living in a time where you could make a movie if you wanted to. I could make a movie if I wanted to. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's really no rules. There's no barriers anymore. I think that's pretty dope.
That's a good segue because we got like 12 more minutes. I'm just watching the time because I said I wasn't gonna keep you long.
You could, hey,
Yeah.
take your time. You could.
Okay, so how do you feel about social media people like me and you? We're able to do certain things that we probably wouldn't have been able to do back in the day. Like now celebrities or reality stars, they know who we are. They are willing to work with us now and stuff like that because I wanted to throw something out here. I was saying something on the live that I did maybe last month,
Okay.
and we were talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I was like, they need us. They don't get to be on talk shows and stuff to promote, like, say for instance, Housewives of Atlanta's about to start back on Sunday. Portia been on The View, she's been on The Breakfast Club, she's been on the Sherry Shepherd show, trying to promote the show. Those people on own don't get that opportunity to be on those kind of shows. So it's us as the content creators that they need to bring more awareness to it. How do
Because
you
our viewers watch that. Yes.
yeah. So how do
Yes.
you feel about us kind of being somewhat the sole outlet for certain people at this point? Because it wasn't like that at first. They did take
It,
us seriously.
it wasn't like that at first. And I remember a time where it was like, ew, you're a YouTuber? Ew, like, that's
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. Like, I'm on TV. And then later on, I learned them hoes wasn't getting paid nothing but peanuts to be on TV. So I'm good. You know, like, you went and showed your ass for $500. Okay, bye. Anyway, and some of them didn't even get $500. They just got fed. So, shout out to Mona. No shade. She good for feeding you. She'll feed you some chicken wings you know, all the Hennessy you want, but she not gonna pay you for shit. I'm just like truly. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I'm not gonna get you in trouble. I'm not gonna get you in trouble. But I think it's cool. I think it's cool that we have our own ecosystem. And what people have to realize is that we're the new celebrities. It's us.
That is true.
It's us.
You know what? I be hating to say that, Storm, but
But
that
it's
shit is so
true.
true.
It's us.
When I tell you, since I've moved here, I have ran into so many people that know me from YouTube. And the shit is still weird to me. I was standing outside my job waiting on my lift to come and pick me up. And the lady walked up. I was looking at her like, I'm like, what the fuck wrong with her? And then she was like, Scotty, I watch you all the time. Do you hear me? You are going places. That's somebody said that to me last week when I was waiting on my lift. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was in Walmart because my birthday was last month. And I was
happy belated. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I was at Walmart. I was on FaceTime with my best friend and I was picking up the stuff that I needed him to make for the Rotel. So I was in Walmart talking to him on FaceTime, and this lady said, "Hey, Scotty." I'm like, "You know me?" And then she said, "I was just listening to your videos on my way over here to Walmart." I'm like, because when people say my name here, I know they don't know me like that. I don't know nobody here, so it's always crazy. Like people literally, I have had so many different interactions with people. I was at Bulldogs one night and this boy walked up to me. He wasn't even from Atlanta. He was from New York visiting, and he just walked up to me and he damn near cried talking to me. And
they love us. They watch us all the time. Now, Bulldog, that's the gay bar, right?
Yes, the one where they fight all the time, man.
Oh, I seen some people get their ass whooped on Twitter in front of Bulldogs. Damn.
Yeah.
I
don't go like that until my friends and stuff like tell me, yeah, let's go to Bulldogs. I'd be like, ooh. Okay. But it was crazy. I people even recognized me in there a couple of times before, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you something. I've been recognized in Trapeze, in Tokyo Valentino, like.
That's the thing. When I noticed that I was really on to something, because it wasn't even just here. When I was in Houston, I think I was at this bar called Off the Record, and this girl walked up to me and my friend Josiah, who also does YouTube, and she walked up to us, and she was so happy to see us. We didn't know who she was, but then she said she watch our panels that we do together and stuff, and said she watches on YouTube, and I was like, wow, like. Even when I was on a plane one day and I was going to Detroit and my layover was in Chicago, and this lady saw me on the airplane and she was like, and I was like, yeah, can I take a picture with you when you get out the plane? I said, yeah, you can. It's so crazy.
It's happened to me too. The flight attendants do it's happened. Yeah, it's a real thing. I've been recognizing the bathroom, like
the bathroom.
Yo. Oh, you my wife watch you all the time, like it. Yep, and then I'm tatted, so I can't hide nowhere. So I can't be like, oh, it's not me. Like everybody knows it's me.
Yeah, like it's been many a times where like it's a humbling thing, and sometimes I don't want to be recognized because I'm so introverted in a sense. Like I don't know how to take it when somebody like praise me or when somebody like give me all those flowers. Oh my God, I love you so much. And they get so mad with me because I be like, I ain't nobody. And then when I say that, they be like, don't you dare say that. You are somebody. Blah, blah, blah. I be like, okay, you ain't gotta go in on me like that. Okay, I got you. Whatever.
No, they be like serious about it. So I love my people. I mean, I remember I was in Arkansas for a wedding. Lady recognized me in Kroger, and she
Man.
One dude damn near ran me off the road because he wanted to make sure it was me. Like I was on my way to the airport in Little Rock. Like it just, you literally just never know. So
it be the craziest stuff. Like I be like, wow, these people really like me. Like I be
mhm.
thinking no one cares. You know what I mean? I think this is the best way to kind of close this thing out. Because sometimes I be like, as a person that be thinking, don't nobody really give a fuck. It's always like a humbling experience when I'm recognized like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I be thinking, don't nobody give a fuck. Like, don't nobody care.
Oh, they do. They do. They do.
you
Believe
know.
me, they do. I out here where I live now. Like I was in my apartments. Damn, like where like they have like the office center and stuff. I don't know what
Hmm.
clubhouse. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't
Hmm.
think. So the clubhouse getting some coffee, whatever. The lady was like, "Oh my, oh my God, Storm is at you. Oh my God." She was like, I saw you walking outside, and I've been taking videos of you and pictures of you and sending them to my family because I was like, Storm don't live here, he live in Atlanta. I know damn well he ain't out here. And I'm just like, he was watching me walk. I was just like, oh God.
Wait a minute, I got a super chat. It says YouTube is like dating. Example: when I want to laugh at stupidity while getting the tea, I watch Storm. When I want a very honest opinion with a little bit of shade while getting the tea, I watch Scotty. That's
I
another
love
thing.
that.
Like we all talk about some of the same shit, but
In
in a
different
different
ways.
way. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. Now, we got 3 minutes left, and I just want to say this one more time because I opened it up giving you your flowers, and I want to close it by doing the same. You are like for real, and everybody should know that I do not suck up to nobody. I don't kiss nobody's ass. I just tell the truth.
Appreciate it.
Like you have like you don't really get a lot of YouTubers of your caliber to really pay like not really pay you any attention, but really be like just try to look out because you have looked out a lot. You know what I mean? And I appreciate anything that you ever tell me, anything that you ever give. Because when you first asked me to interview, when you first interviewed me, I didn't expect for you to be doing that. Like I'm like, what the hell? Okay.
Oh,
You know, you know. But it's always good. And I always say, I always speak highly of you all the time. So I
appreciate
appreciate
that.
you for everything that you've ever done.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I just I don't know, man. We all in this together. Like we all building one subscriber at a time. So
And another thing, not to toot my own horn, but I just feel like you see talent when you know talent when you
yeah,
see it.
yeah. People that I actually watch or I'm actually entertained by, I'm like, okay, yeah, come on the show. I want to interview you. The numbers and stuff. That don't. Let me tell you something about numbers.
They
One
go
day
up and
you up,
down.
and one day you can be down.
Exactly. I just said that they go up and
Like,
down. It don't really
like, I know people, I ain't gonna call their name. They got hundreds of thousands of followers. They can't barely make $400 a month on their channel. You know what I mean? It's like it. I'm just saying, you never know.
matter. That is true. That is
You
very
know,
true. That is very true. Well, well, first of all, thank you for doing this. We did say we was gonna do other stuff. We were supposed to do something else, but you had a lot going on.
that
That's
was
why we didn't do it. That was like a rough time, but
that was a rough couple months for me,
yeah.
but
But
it's
it's gonna
behind
happen.
me now.
Yeah, but it's gonna happen. We supposed to be doing some other stuff together soon, y'all. And we pay attention. We see that y'all like the Scotty and Storm connection type thing. I think yeah, I always see the positive comments every time we do something together. Because I saw
Absolutely,
when we was doing the stuff about the Braxtons back in September, everybody liked that too. So
that one was fun. That was
yeah,
the yeah.
I enjoy doing that one.
Because I was
So
like, I need somebody on here that actually is like watching this and that can give a different perspective. Because
yeah.
I'm just gonna cuss them out. So I'm like, let me bring somebody else.
But thank you guys for watching. And that's about it. Next week will be Make It Make Sense. Next week.
Oh,
Make It
nice.
Make Sense. So we'll see y'all on the next one and we'll holler at y'all later. Bye, y'all.